Hello, everyone. I'm constitutional attorney Katherine Henry, and thank you for joining me for today's biblical insight. So, this is essentially the rounding out of our Restore Freedom Weekly discussion that we started, I guess you could say, on Monday and really got into it on Tuesday, and then have developed it in our different segments throughout the week. But this, of course, we always round out the week on Sundays with our biblical insight. So without any further ado, this week's biblical insight is fairly simple. I don't have a lot of different passages I want to share with you this week, but I want to share with you this. Who is wise? Let them realize these things. Who is discerning? Let them understand. Let's think about that for a minute. This week, we had some great conversations with Christina, the Republican nominee for Secretary of State in Michigan. We also had, she shared a lot of her concerns and her thoughts, reasons why she even decided to run for Secretary of State in the first place. We also, after that interview was over, we jumped into a brief discussion for each of the 18 different petitions that are currently circulating in the state of Michigan. On Tuesday or Wednesday in our Way to Get Involved challenge, we challenged you, if you live outside of Michigan, to find out about your Secretary of State. What is that position actually titled? Most of them are Secretary of State. 3 are titled something similar. And 3 states don't have a position like that. 35 states are an elected position. 12 states are appointed by the governor or the legislature. So the challenge to you was to find out more about that position and if it's somebody that you would be voting for in this upcoming election. If you're in Michigan, the challenge was for you to take a look at each of those 18 different petitions. I have the information all on one sheet provided to you of what the summaries for each of those petitions are. If you thought the summary indicated there was something you would want to possibly support, I asked you to go ahead and read the actual language of the petition itself and decide whether you want to support it, whether you're indifferent, whether you think something needs to be stopped. So maybe you need to get your dollars behind, supporting or stopping one of those initiatives, or putting your the feet to the pavement, so to speak, and going around and getting signatures, or doing meetings and talking to people that seem to be supporting a petition if you think it's one that needs to be stopped. So this week, in order to really act on that, we need to use discernment. We need to realize what the truth of the matter is. We can't live in the dark. We can't live in a situation where we're not having an open mind and really learning and listening and thinking. And when it comes down to it all, again, that discernment, let us understand. We need to understand what each of these positions are that we're voting for in these upcoming elections. We need to understand how our state and local governments work. We need to understand what petitions are being circulated in our state to know what we can do as individuals to further along causes we agree with, and to try to stop those that we're concerned would be detrimental to our constitutional republic or the freedoms that we hold so dear. So with that being said, again, I'm constitutional attorney Katherine Henry, and I appreciate you being on this journey with us this week. Please sign up for our newsletter to get all of the information at your fingertips once a week, typically on Sundays. If not, then by Mondays. And I look forward to seeing you this coming Tuesday for our next full episode of Restore Freedom Weekly. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great